lots of opportunities because I only have an acoustic guitar, and there's if you I don't know if you've ever thought about music this way, but you can think of it as rhythm, harmony, and melody. And then in any band you have a number of people playing. You can play in different sections. You can be a singer and singing a very rhythmic part. And if you sing harmonies, then you're automatically in the chorus. So you have to adapt to that as well. As a bass player, you're usually just in the harmonies and the rhythm part, connecting the bass or the drums to the rest of the band. But if you're a bass player in Trinity, like me, then you get to go through everything because I have lots of space. I can go through the melody as well and play local harmonies. If I would play in a bigger band, I would be more limited. That's not a bad thing. It's just something you have to realize whenever you're playing. Who am I playing with? What are my options here? Well, one of the things that's always there's always kind of a small struggle between people who play keys and the bass players, because we're often interfering with each other. Sometimes I want to go up to somebody who plays keys and just strap their left hand around their back, keep it there, because then they're not in my way. But there's a really, if you just listen to each other, you can figure it out really easy. If you're a key player and you notice that you're interfering with each other, just go an octave higher and try to work around it, and then you can actually help each other out and add to each other. And it goes the same if you're playing the violin in a band, and you're not necessarily limited to the melody. You can play harmonies, but you could also maybe just play long notes and accompany something. There's all sorts of possibilities depending on what your arrangement is. So that's the first thing I want to, just try to, whenever you're playing music, try to think, am I playing a rhythmic part? Am I playing harmonies? Where am I in terms of the rest of the band? What's everybody doing? What am I adding? Or maybe I can't add anything and just not play this verse or this chorus. Sometimes it's really effective if you just stay out for a little bit and then join back in. So in terms of riffs, I heard that a few times now. By the way, if you have any questions, just interrupt me. Riffs, for riffs, the two things are important. You have to know the basic structure of chords. You have to have a little bit of knowledge about what's going on in the chords, otherwise it's going to be very difficult. The other thing is you just have to try stuff. So, for example, if I tell you that the chord is a G7, can anybody tell me what notes are in it?
Sol, si, re.
Sorry?
Sol, si, re, fa.
Oh, yes, I don't. So that would be, is it G, B, D, F? Right? Sorry, I know that way of, Johan does it as well. I've never learned that, so to me it's...
Actually, I told you in Scotland.
No, never mind. Okay, so those are your four notes. If you can extend that to the total key, so you could add like a C or an A or whatever. But those four chords, those four notes, you know for sure are going to be played. And then you can try to do something to work with that. Now, if you're playing a riff, you don't have to use all of the notes. Why would you? There's no need for that. You can stick to two. You can go if a G7, for example. I'm just using G and F. But because I'm using rhythm and harmony, I can lay down the basics. It's very useful if you're in a smaller band because you can add a lot. Because then you have the full range. You can go. Then I'm going, going a little bit more up. But I can also stay low and just do the first thing I did. So the important thing to realize is you can limit yourself in a good way. You can just go for the two notes and try to be as groovy with that as possible. And it doesn't mean, like riffs are a good thing, but it's not a necessity. You don't have to play those all the time. Sometimes it's more effective to do it in one song than instead of all of the songs. But in a small band like Trinity, it really helps me because I have a big pattern that I can, we have, the 3-on-1 song we did. Visually, what I'm doing there is connecting the drums to the guitar. So I hope I'm not too detailed for the bass players, but I'll try to be quick. The drums, the basses, we're on the kick of the drum, right? It goes ga ga ga. So I'm falling in with that, and the guitarist is on the upstroke, ga 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 ga, and I'm connecting the two by going ga ga. Here's the bass, and here's the guitar. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm using the bass note with the third. So it's an E major chord. So I'm playing E and G sharp, F sharp and A, and G sharp and B. If you wanna, I don't know how your knowledge of chords is, or where you are with that. Does everybody know what I'm talking about? When I'm talking about chords and notes, and is everybody following yet? If not, what you want to try to do is, like I said, I'm a fan of lessons. So you can always find, there's loads of stuff on the internet on chords. You can find dozens of Wikipedia pages on how chords are built, what's in it. And then you just go out and experiment, and or find somebody who can teach you, if that helps you. That's an important thing as well.